All right, so we're back at it for another day. We are, hold on, putting GoPro batteries on the charger. But anyways, we are putting a yield monitor on the combine today. We purchased this from Loop Electronics. Haven't heard anything about them, so I don't know if that's good or bad. I just saw them on, I think I just Googled yield monitors. It's pretty much how it came up. And since we run older equipment, this is kind of a DIY kit, I would almost call it. Basically, we called them up and told them what we had, and then go, all right, well, this is our package for it. And it seemed pretty reasonably priced compared to some of the other ones. We didn't do too much calling around, but it seems like it does everything we want. It maps, records yield, and it'll calculate your dry yield off your wet and everything we were looking for. We just want a little bit more information on what we got going on. Really just what we really wanted was our yield and our mapping to know year to year, you know, if chisel plowing this field makes a difference, or if we don't chisel plow it, you know, save us on fuel and wear and tear on equipment. And basically that's what we're looking for. Especially we're trying to do some cover cropping, seeing if that's worth our time or if it just costs us money or however it works out, you know. So anyways, right now we got some nice instructions here. They got pictures and everything else and pretty detailed. Pretty happy with that. But the most important thing right now is this right here. This is the Sensing Eyes, Sensing Eyes, I don't know. But anyways, it sends a light beam across. We got to make sure this is as high as we can go with it because it's magnetic onto the piece, so no big deal. That's pretty much cut and dry. We do have to measure from this edge back 45 to 50 millimeters. Pretty much measured in Canadian. So yeah, I don't know how to do that. So we're gonna go and cheat with our micrometer thing, the jig. But I need to go find our other one to take the battery out of it so we can use it. Yeah, I don't think any of our tape measures have millimeters on them, so, and that seems like a lot of counting. Yep, feet and inches, because we have the right measuring system. But anyways, that's what I'm working on right now, is getting that set up. And then basically, once we do that, it's just running wires. It seems like a pretty nice system. It's got a way to, it's got head sense, so it can tell you, you put a little sensor on it and it'll measure, or it'll record when your head's up, so it'll stop recording. All right, so we got our micrometer set here at 47 and a half, because it says between 45 and 50, so figured I'd split the difference and call it good. So we'll then knock this thing off with the magnet. Let's not drop that. Basically all you gotta do is just pry it right off, and we'll just clip it onto there, and we'll just take this and go something like, I don't know if this is, I reset it. Oh, well, I locked it down. We'll just give it, oh, this isn't working like I thought. Hold on. All right, there's a line there. Well, the same thing back over here. All right, we got a line on both sides. Now we just got to measure from the middle of that eye down. So basically we'll measure from this edge up here on the magnet down to the middle of the eye, and then we'll go off of that edge right there down our line, and then we'll have our spot. Alright, there's hole number 1. So now the fun of hole number 2 is the backside hole. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that one and struggle. Alright, so that hole's drilled, and that hole is drilled over there. So I think now it's just running wires, for the most part, except for the thing we got to put on the head, which I don't know what that is. I got to read some more. So I do see that we have a mouse problem. That was all washed, and he likes to live in the beam right there. Is there anybody home? Yeah. Can't really tell. Anyways, yeah, we're just gonna take away at it and gotta figure out how I'm running wires. This is gonna be the hardest thing, I think. I gotta get them crossed and in there somehow, up in there. It's nice and dark, so I'm sure you guys can see well. And some other things mounted, so I'm gonna read and catch up with you in a little bit. All right, so it's a while later. This is all done, mounted, set up. Got it all zip tied up here. Wires ran across. You trim zip tie still. Got it ran up into the cab, and I'm looking at trying to figure out where I'm gonna mount this angle sensor. Pretty much this system will shut off if you pick the head up. It'll say you've stopped working once it senses metal. Pretty simple. I just can't figure out where up here or on that side is a good spot to mount that. It's just trying to figure it out, and I don't know, because it's gotta, when it comes up, you know, it's gotta shut off, but I also don't always pick the head all the way up when I turn around. You know, I pick it up a good 2 foot off the ground and turn around and put it back down. I mean, I don't know. It's just how I do it. It's up off the ground enough to clear everything. Why do you need to go any higher? But I'm gonna have to set the piece for that, so I'm trying to figure out where I can mount it on the bracket and whatnot. It's just, I don't know, me being a little anal, I guess. I don't know. We got this thing just hung up in here right now. it's just hanging out, turns on. But this is the bracket for the angle sensor I was talking about. So you see it's got a mount somewhere, and when it hits metal, it lights up. You can actually, I'll turn this on quick. Here's your setup, you know, you can get your load and everything. Everything's hooked up right now. You can see it'll, and I ordered a bracket for it, so it's just hanging there. But this thing here, when it senses metal, will light up. We'll kick that off. You can see right there, there's a work stop with an arrow pointing up. You undo it, kicks off, and the gear starts turning. Kick it off. Basically, that's what that does. And it's got this other box here that you need to, it's got this box here which needs to be facing forward and just like it's sitting. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to mount that thing. If it's obviously not down there, it doesn't clear the window, so I gotta find a spot for it. Yeah, I don't know, it's just those little tiny things. And then tomorrow I'm gonna find out or figure out where I'm gonna mount the GPS globe, so that way it can log the fields and stuff like that. I don't know if I want to put it on this thing here. It just seems a little shaky. I don't know if I'll build a plate for it or something and put on the roof, or what is the plan at the moment. It comes with a magnet. I'm getting on the check here. I haven't actually opened the bag for it yet, so, but I did get all these little brackets put on. They're little adapter pieces, so the seeing eye can see the paddle or something like that. I don't exactly know. I don't know. It says in the book, so I'm just going by what it says. But yeah, you can see here's our bracket we could screw down to, and then here's our globe, which it's nice and white and shiny. But it's just got a 4-pin connector. This has got a magnet, which would be really nice to just clunk it to whatever, you know, just do the, there it's stuck and it'll ride, you know. But I'm a little worried about putting it on the bin, because I'd have to remember to take it down every time I went down the road. The thing will catch some trees, so it's the only issue I have is that. So that's why I was thinking maybe if I don't know, I mounted a plate up here in the front somewhere on the yellow up top, right up there. I don't know. I'm trying to decide. I don't know what the best option is. I really don't. So I'm gonna ponder it. I'll have to open the roof up either way, and I gotta clean it out, you know, before the harvest, so it doesn't smell like mice. As I've been working on this, I've been hearing them scurry around up there. So anyways, yeah, that's the sweet yield monitor. I'll tell you all the cool stuff. Get more into it when I actually learn how to use it. So yeah, anyways, yeah, that's what we got going on. We'll get this all wrapped up tomorrow, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Hopefully nothing crazy happens, and then we'll service it. I drained the oil today, so we'll let that sit and drain overnight. Not that it probably needs to, but that it is, just because I'm not gonna put the plug in. But yeah, we'll change the filters tomorrow, get that all done, and grease it. We'll just check some bearings just to be safe, you know, and then hook it on the corn head, pull the corn head in, go over that, grease it, all that fun stuff. So I think we are going to run the corn back here first, but we got to put a new knife on the bean head. It was dull last year, and we'll see how the beans run. we haven't had a frost yet to kill anything, so that's good and bad because it's still there's still a lot of green beans around. But I'm getting out of here, so probably should grab some sweatshirts. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. All right, we're back at it for another day here. We were working on this yield monitor again, hooking up the head sense for it. Header height sensor. We're gonna mount this piece just like this somewhere on the machine. Yeah, I still haven't figured out where I'm putting this yet, because it's gotta do something. I'd like to put it just like that right there, but there's a pulley right there, so I don't know how that's all gonna play out. And then I was looking down underneath, down in this dark abyss, and that still won't work, so I don't know. Trying to figure it out, but it's a struggle. And I still can't do anything different here because or do this on the other side, because this side's got all the belts and this side's got a sprocket and some hoses in the way, which I do actually think there is more room for it, to be honest, looking at it. I just don't know. Maybe I could put something in there. I don't know. Oh, looks like it might be a tight fit or something. Might put something in here coming off, or off of this bolt. Have a bracket so it just hangs right here and goes up and down. We could probably do that. It might be actually the route. All right. Oh man, trying to get in here. All right, so you can see right there, the bracket is made for the header sensor. I still probably have to adjust it. That's probably gonna be out in the field adjusting it, because honestly off of this I can't tell where I run my head or not. It might need to go down. It's all the way up right now, so figured that's not a bad spot to start. We got their wire ran across all the way. It looks of it, I should have pulled just a little more before I zip tied it up. But yeah, I got, and then this piece here, this little guide, the moisture header angle sensor adapter. So this thing, and it's kind of hard to see, isn't it? But yeah, that thing is all hooked up, drilled in, mounted, got it all zip tied up. Wires ran in. So technically, it should sense everything, except for the GPS. I got to do that. That's my next step, which I don't know. I have to figure that out yet. Still working on how I'm going to mount it. I'd really like to use this magnet it's got. Seems like that'd be the best way. It's got a really nice magnet, you know. It just kind of plunks it right on. It's on solid, so oh, man, I would like to do that. It's kind of my thought to it. I don't know, the more I think about it, the more of that hopper makes sense for ease, but in routing. But I just don't know. I'd like to smack trees, you know, and low power lines, you know, all that stuff would make me just a little nervous. I guess I could just probably take it down at that point, you know, do the whole, just pull this, I got a sweet bungee strap, and it just tip down. But yeah, I don't know, maybe that's what we'll do. I just don't want to see it shake like this all the time. I don't know if that's good for it, because then it would definitely be the highest point on the combine. But if I were to, I don't know. All right, so the globe's all mounted. We got a nice sticky plate there stuck on top of the roof. then just use the magnet to hold it down. I just got it ran across the top, then down in there. I just got it kind of snuck in with some other wires, so I'm gonna call that good enough for now. Trying not to get off the top of this combine. I'm gonna call it good enough for now. I don't know if I want to pull that off every year. I think that's probably what I'll do. So I don't want to drill a hole in the roof, run the cable through the roof, and snake it down in a hard spot to get. I'd like to make it look nicer. I could hide the wires better, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that carried away with it or not. It's better to be easy to get to than it is to fight with it, because it doesn't unhook there. The only place it unhooks is at the end of that cable, which is about, I don't know, 30 foot long, I'd say. Probably pretty close to that. It's hot. I'm ready for fall. I mean, it is fall. It's October 1st today, but it is hot. 75. I'm sweating. My body's ready for fall. But yeah, anyways, I mean, you can see that we got a little extra cable here. I'll probably tuck it back in there behind the cab and then snake it through the same way I did the rest of them. But yeah, really now it's just putting the elevator chain in, putting the chain in for this here. Gotta pull the old one out, but we gotta take this chain off so it free spools and go that route. We'll just run a rope and then pull it back through. So yeah, anyways, that'll be done then, except for our ram mount that we're waiting for. That's all we're waiting for. Oh, so I can mount the monitor. And yeah, one thing I was reading, for all you guys that run climate, that will work with it. So if you're looking to do that, you can use this monitor for that. That's what the book says. So I don't know if we'll get that carried away ever. Maybe someday, but this is supposed to map all of our fields and all that stuff. But Grandpa does not like technology, so yeah, that would be hard to get him to do anything else besides use his old school monitor and put the planter in the ground and watch the lights flash. So anyways, yeah, just gonna keep ticking away at it, zip tying stuff up and get it all hooked up. I'm still trying to figure out exactly where in the cab I want to mount that thing. I don't know if I want to put some holes in the side of the pillar there or go up higher into the frame of the window or the cab and go there. So I don't know. I gotta put oil in it so I can check and make sure my mount clears. I haven't done that yet, so hopefully this doesn't smack into here and ruin anything. But other than that, I think we should actually be pretty set. So, look at that. I just found a punch. Score. It's real nasty, but it'll still punch a hole. Wonder how that got there. Wonder how much other stuff is in this mess that I obviously never blow out, but I think we gotta get a new hose here. A fun one where it's got a press fitting or something, I don't know. But you can see it's split in there. And when I'm running the grain head, it leaks. Covers us all in oil, and I don't know, soybean dust and oil are a great combination, so we're gonna get that taken care of, hopefully. One of my plans. But yeah, anyways.